guys, Julie Motlag here with Niche Fragrance House. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when I release a new video or a new review. If you are currently a subscriber, welcome back to my channel. I have a really exciting video tonight. I have been super into lavender fragrances, so I wanted to review some of my favorite lavender scents for the fall and the winter, and one of those includes a brand new release from Initio Parfums, which is Paragon. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I think of the new release. I have been wearing it a lot, and some of the other lavender fragrances that I absolutely love, as well as a discount code for Niche Fragrance House. So let's get to it. So the first fragrance I have is Paragon by Initio Parfums, literally just released, and I've had it for a couple of weeks. I am carrying this on my website, Niche Fragrance House. And so I was really excited about this because it is a lavender scent. It is also very closely related to two fragrances. One is Musk Therapy, which is one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. And I wear it quite frequently. So I'll talk a little bit about why I think it's related to that. And also Rehab, which is one of my favorite fragrances for my husband. So all of the fragrances I'm gonna cover in this video tonight for lavender scents are unisex. But this little puppy right here is just amazing. So let's talk about the notes. It is a very lavender heavy at the top and some sage and bergamot. It's also got a little bit of like the Palo Santo and some plum. There's a really cool little play with the plum right in the mid. And then in the base, there's some oud and sandalwood. So for me, when I first spray this, I instantly get the Palo Santo and the lavender. It's like those two are in the top, and then you have like a little bit of the bergamot sprinkled in. And it's very, in my opinion, very woody, very aromatic. It is, fresh, it's spicy, it's herbaceous. I think that the really fun part of this scent is that it is playing with the plum note and the Palo Santo. And then the lavender is kind of the parent note to all of those, in my opinion, which I absolutely love. So as far as performance, it has great longevity and it really does project well. And I've heard some other reviewers say that they think that Paragon is a stronger scent than Musk Therapy, but I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think that it performs very well. It is a very strong scent, but I just feel like Musk Therapy is its equal. As far as longevity, this one I think is a little louder, which may be why it's getting those reviews. So anyway, it is almost like a love child between Musk Therapy and Rehab. So it's definitely got some DNA of both of those. And I'll tell you why. So with Musk Therapy, which I have here, it is very much like a musky, it's a little citrusy, it's got a little florals, fruity, powdery, some of the woody notes, very aromatic. And that is present in the dry down of Paragon. And then Rehab, which in my opinion leans a little more masculine, even though it's still unisex. It's got the bergamot and the lavender, it's got the sandalwood and the musk and the oud in the base. And so when you first spray on Paragon, you almost get the Rehab notes. It's kind of nostalgic of Rehab, but as it dries down, you do get a little bit of similarities with Musk Therapy. So that's why I think that they are closely tied together, so they fit perfectly in the line that they're in, which is the Hedonist line, I believe. So I absolutely love this scent. I highly, highly recommend it. If you like Initio fragrances like I do, and you're looking for something that's lavender, it lasts a long time, it's unique. It's not, you know, some of the lavender scents I smell, either too lavender heavy, or they're not unique enough, but this one is none of those things. It's very unique. It's got just the right amount of lavender, and it's got a really cool play on the plum and the Palo Santo. And that being said, so since I have all of the Initio fragrances in stock, I am going to be doing a 10% off discount starting Saturday before Halloween and running to the following Saturday. So the code is Initio 10. So it will be applied at the checkout. So don't forget to pick up a new bottle of Paragon. Next up, we're going to talk about one of my very favorite fragrances for my husband. So this fragrance is absolutely one of my favorite for my husband to wear. I've worn it a couple of times, but I definitely prefer it on my husband. And that is Xerjoff's Nexus. I'm sure this is no surprise to anyone who wears Nexus and loves this scent. It does have a lavender component to it. But to me, this is just the most rich and sexy, and just whenever my husband wears it, he gets so many compliments and people will follow him and ask him what he's wearing. It is such a beautiful scent. So the notes are lavender, bergamot in the top, some lemon, and then in the mid, there's the honey note, which I think a lot of people love, cinnamon and some jasmine, some cashmere, and in the base, there's tobacco leaf, tonka bean, and some vanilla. So it's very sweet. You get the vanilla, the honey, and the lavender is just very smooth throughout the entire performance. This is beast mode. This scent just projects, it lasts forever. It is a crowd pleaser. You are gonna get so many compliments when you wear this fragrance. You get the tobacco in the base. It's very aromatic and warm. It's a bit floral and a bit ambery, but really to me, the big notes here are gonna be the lavender, the honey, and a tad bit of the amber notes. So that, at least that's what stands out to me, but you can certainly smell everything else. I just think this is such a well-made fragrance. The juice is phenomenal. And I mean, I don't think I have a fragrance that my husband wears that I like more than this one. It's always a winner. It always smells good. I do think I like it for him more formal occasions because it has such a beast mode and it performs so well. People like it so much. And it is a very, very rich fragrance. So I think that it does really well for special events like a wedding or, you know, going to like a big night out, maybe a big formal party or a Christmas party. This is your fragrance. And I do think it performs well all year. But it's really great for the winter time. So definitely something that he will be wearing quite a bit. And I will too sometimes when I want to smell like it. So Nexus by Xerjoff. Next up is another Nexus fragrance, and it is a little beauty called Alexandria II. This is one that I know you guys probably have heard of, and you know it's one of Xerjoff's best sellers. I think it was created in 2012. This fragrance, I'm currently out of my bottle. I have to order another one, so I have a little sample and I just sprayed it on. But this fragrance is very lavender heavy, and it's right at the top. It's got lavender, rosewood, it's got cinnamon, it's got apple in the top. There's some rose, lily of the valley, vanilla, amber, musky. It's very, like I said, lavender heavy, which is why I love it so much. It is woody, ambery, a little spicy. You get the cinnamon. It's a little musky, and you get some of the vanilla too. Again, to me, this is a little creamy as well, which I like. And it's just so soothing and warm and just a little spicy and edgy and very fun fragrance, and it's super unique. So it is no surprise that this fragrance is so popular. And I've gone on Xerjoff's website and they have some body wash, they have the body cream. I don't have that yet, and I'm not carrying it on my website yet, but I intend to, because it's just fantastic. I love layering my fragrances. As a matter of fact, because I don't have those yet, I have been layering all of my favorite lavender scents with vanilla lavender or lavender vanilla aromatherapy from Bath and Body Works. So I have the shampoo, I have the body wash and the body cream, and it just goes well with every single fragrance that I've talked about tonight. So really, really great to layer with any of your favorite lavender scents. But Alexandria II is just creamy, it's beautiful, it's super unisex and lasts a very long time. I think it can be worn year round, but does really, really well during the cooler months, which is why I'm all in my sweater, because it is definitely cooler here where I am in Georgia. So, but I love this. I think this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance and 100% worthy of a blind buy if you don't have it. If you have it, I'm sure you're probably on your second, third, or fourth bottle because it's that good. So next up, I have another one that is, in my opinion, a really good competitor with Alexandria II. So next up, I have a fragrance from a house that I discovered last year around this time, which is called EBK, which stands for Essence Beyond Known. And the lavender scent that I am loving from their house is called Aquamarine Powder. So when I discovered their house, I ordered almost every single scent because they sent me a sample kit, and I just love them all. So they have Alexandrite and Patchouli, they have Ruby and Vanilla Intense, Ruby and Vanilla Neroli. There's a floral one that I really, really love. They have Ruby and Vanilla Oud. They are all just fantastic, but this one is hands down my favorite. So I didn't have a bottle, this was not the first bottle I ordered. I got a sample of it and I wore it out one day. And in the same day, literally I had like 3 or 4 people chase me down in the stores that I went to, different stores, asking me what I was wearing, where I got it, and just kept going on and on about how amazing it smelled. So super, super great fragrance, but let's get into the notes. So top notes, passion fruit and lavender, hands down, right out of the gate. And then there's some neroli in it as well. It's got some pink pepper, some iris, and some orchid, and it's a little powdery and musky, and there's some sandalwood in the base. But this fragrance is very similar to Alexandria II. We'll talk about that in a second, but really to me, this fragrance is powdery, it's lavender, it's tropical slightly, it's sweet, it's fruity, but very musky and woody and fresh, which is why I really love it. It's unisex and super, super, super beast mode. I absolutely love this fragrance so much. And it really does, like I said, smell a lot like Alexandria II. Alexandria II is a little creamier, where this is more a little powdier and fresh. But if I had to just have one and pick out of the two, I think that Aquamarine Powder would be my pick between the two. And it is rare indeed that I would say that over any Xerjoff fragrance, because it is one of my favorite houses. But EBK's Aquamarine Powder is where it's at. Like, this is just phenomenal, high quality, lasts forever. People will ask you what you're wearing, and it's a fun story to explain because this house is slowly growing. The only way you can order their fragrances right now is to either email them directly or contact them on Instagram, and then they'll send you an invoice, and then they literally are magic because the deliveries come so fast, and I believe they're in the Middle East, even though they have a Paris address, but they send it to you super fast. It is totally legit. I have ordered from them several times. As a matter of fact, this is a great wedding day scent, especially if you're getting married in the cooler months. And because it's unisex, I would say this would be great for a man on his wedding day. And I did actually just gift someone a bottle and they wore this on their wedding day in October. So really, really great scent. I cannot say enough good things about it. One of my favorite lavenders, especially if I'm going somewhere and I want to apply a scent and I want it to last all day and I don't have to reapply, and I know that everybody's going to love it and that they're going to smell it, but it's not going to offend anyone. So Aquamarine Powder by EBK. So that concludes all of my favorite lavender scents that I'm wearing right now. It doesn't mean there's not more, but those are the ones that I'm currently enjoying. Again, don't forget, Initio 10% discount applied as you check out for the entire line of Initio. So grab a bottle of Paragon, it is amazing. And as a little bonus, because it is so closely related to musk therapy, I have actually been layering these two and it is a killer combo and lasts all day. So I am absolutely loving this. And don't forget that we have Pause for Perfume, which we donate a small percentage of every sale that we make on our website to help animals in need while they're waiting to find their forever home. So we love to help our furry friends. With that said, have a great evening, a great weekend, and smell wonderful doing it.